Hi everybody. Okay, the only reason I chopped up the video into two videos is because the first video was going kind of long, so I didn't want it to be forever. So, okay, here are my thoughts on the thing. All right. Okay, now, and I want credit for this because, well, I have to think about all the players involved here. I'm going to talk about two storylines that I could see coming from a mile away, although I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I can kind of see some of the writing on the wall. Okay, now I'm talking about, hold on, Holden and Claire, and then also Noah and Sienna. Okay, Holden and Claire. I kind of could see that they were going to do something because they've been spending a lot of time together, a lot of scenes together. So I'm like, okay. And then I saw by the way she looked at him that time in the club, I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna change. The relationship is gonna change. And I was right. Okay. But I also had this funny feeling about his character because Audra, okay, the reason Audra is in this is because Audra has a secret with him that nobody knows. But Audra, I have pegged from day one, almost, because I was like, okay, this is a bad seed. This is a bad girl because she comes in, she ruins the relationship between whoever Kyle. I think Kyle was married to Summer at that point. So then he has an affair with her. And I'm like, this chick is bad news. And then the fact that she had all these secrets from the word go, I'm like, okay, there's something up with this one. Okay, now Holden, I've been on the fence with him because he was brought in with Damien as his best friend, right? Okay, so then they get rid of Damien for whatever reason. And he's just gone like poof. Okay, so then I'm in a holding pattern going, okay, what are they going to do with the character? What are they going to do with the other one? Because now they don't have anything to tether them to the soap opera, really. I did not know, this is before I knew that he had a secret with Audra. And then, of course, you know how secrets go. Because when somebody says they have a secret, you want to know, right? Okay, so I'm like racking my brain. What is the secret? What? What? And then I feel all victorious the other day when Holden tells Claire the hold on the truth, right? I didn't know that there were other versions of the story. I didn't know that. I did think that Holden and Sienna are a little tight. I did think that, okay? But I never thought that there would be another version of what happened with Audra. And the way Audrey reacted when he told her that he told Claire tells me everything I need to know. There's something deeper here, and I don't know if we're ever going to get to the truth, like the real truth. I think we're always going to get versions of somebody else's whatever thing. Okay, now, the other thing I want credit for, and I called it on day one, before they even started, because you have to understand that the rollout of the story of Noah now took forever to come out, right? Okay, so then they introduce Sienna and Mitch at a later date, although I, I alluded to this in my first video, but I don't even know if his name is Mitch because his name was Matt Clark. And when Nick and Sharon called him Matt Clark, he like jumped. Like there's some truth to it, but I don't know. Okay, forget that for a second. Put that to the side. Okay, now Sienna. Whenever I met her, I was like, oh, this chick is no, 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 no. I said, word go. I said, this chick is sketchy. And I said also, I said, okay, they're giving the picture of this perfect marriage between Mitch and Sienna and yada yada. Okay, I said, but if she had an affair with Noah, it wouldn't be the first time a married person had an affair with somebody else. That's what I said. Well, looks like it's going to come to fruition because next week, part of the spoilers is he's still in the hospital. I don't know why. I don't know why, but anyway, I'm not questioning that. I'll question that at a later date. Okay, now Nick happens to pass by the window, you know, of the room and see them in a compromising position. Now, the compromising position that he's talking about is not the compromising position that we all think. They were kissing each other and kissing each other like they like each other and they know each other for a while. Okay? So that goes back into the theory that she was having an affair with Noah behind. I don't know if it's behind her husband's back. I don't know if her husband knows. I don't know. And if it is behind her husband's back, I don't care what his name is. I've seen Roger Howard go off on somebody. I don't want to be in the Lion Squad for that one. I have seen him when he was Todd and he went off on somebody. I mean, the guy was alive, but it was like burns all over him. So, honey, you might want to distance yourself from that one. But I don't know. And then that makes me question. See, and then the questions start. Okay, how well do they know each other? How long have they known each other? And like, how did they meet in the first place? And how do you have an affair behind your husband's back if your husband is standing right there? Apparently. I don't know. These are the questions that are coming up in my head, and hopefully we'll get some answers next week. But I tell you, November is getting good. You just got to be patient. But next week is going to be whoo-hoo. So be prepared. All right. Bye, everybody.